As a realtor, I've seen some pretty cool stuff in people's houses. You see that? It looks like a regular mirror, right? If you found a hidden room in a house, wouldn't that be like the coolest thing ever? That's a secret room. There's many people that have done this in their own homes. Oh. And some people have found secret rooms in their houses after they've moved in. I'm going to share some of those with you today. One of them's an ex-president. I'm going to share that secret with you too. So let's go ahead and start looking at some secret rooms. I want to build a secret room.
What?
I want to build a secret room. If you've been on TikTok for about 5 minutes and you do use the hashtag hidden rooms, everybody loves to share them. There's a couple right here that are really cool. This person has definitely made a crawl space into something that can be something exciting for a kid. And who wouldn't love to be able to do this with a crawl space? I know I'm going to do it too. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put it too.
Secret room.
How about if you put a mirror right here?
Yeah, but that leads to the pantry. We go straight to the pantry. Say like the pantry starts like right here.
Yeah, but if we made it into a mirror with like just like a ladder going straight up. I know you're probably dying to know what was on the other side of that mirror of the house I toured the other day. Well, it isn't as exciting as you probably think. It's just a closet. What does make that exciting is that it does lead to the homeowner's office area. They designed the mirror to open up because of the fact that it would have taken forever to walk around the house to get to the office. The house is about 9,000 square feet, so you can only imagine how long it would take for him to get to one side of the house to the other. This secret room wasn't really designed for a secret as much as it was designed for convenience. But that's what the other guy did. He had a mirror.
Yeah.
In that house. Ooh, let's see what's above there. Okay, we'll do that. Let's go check it out. Oh. And when I was a kid, I always felt like there was something magical about my house. I don't know why kids have these strange imaginations, but Alexander Pullis thought that there was a hidden room underneath her house. She was convinced of it. They moved into that house in 1974, and in 2016, she decided that there needed to be some repairs done to the basement. While they were doing the repairs, she said, let's go ahead and see if there is a secret room underneath this basement. She was right. They ended up finding a secret room that was 14 feet deep, 8 feet wide, and 15 feet long, and it was used for the Underground Railroad. It's thought that there's many other houses in the area that are connected to this. They haven't discovered them all, but it was a really cool find. See, your intuition when you're a kid, sometimes kids know stuff that parents can't see, and it's right in front of their face. I think kids have that like secret intuition. I would love to find that in a house after I bought it. That'd be so cool. What a piece of history. Well, so literally, Eddie, like take one step forward.
So it would be right here.
Yes. Jason and Carrie Brown were pretty excited when they bought their new house in Greenville, South Carolina. Right after the purchase of the house, they decided to go on a big exploration trip because the only thing that was left in the house was a bookcase. And sure enough, behind that bookcase ended up being a secret room. Anybody would be really excited to have an adventure like this, to find something full of treasures. But what they found in this secret room wasn't necessarily treasures, but a note. And on that note, it says, "You found it." And the letter goes on to read that the reason why the house had been abandoned for so long was the fact that this secret room was full of black mold that had made the previous owner's children very, very ill, to the point where they decided to stop paying for their mortgage and walk away from the house itself. They left the note because most likely they knew that a bank was going to take it over and resell the home, and they didn't want anybody else to get sick. Of course, the Browns were relieved to find the note, but were a little upset because of the fact that they had a daughter of their own. When they went to go find out how much it was going to cost to remedy the house itself, it ended up being way more than they were willing to pay. So, of course, lawsuits went a-flying. The real estate agency was sued, Century 21. The realtor was sued, and so was the mortgage company. The mortgage company, Fannie Mae, went ahead and purchased the house back for $75,000. But the real estate company, I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't find any local records of what actually happened to that particular lawsuit against them. But I can't figure out how they could actually sue them and win. Because when real estate agents take on properties that are foreclosures, we go in and we measure the house on the outside. We have an appraiser that comes through. They have their own inspector that comes in and checks the houses. But I mean, how is it that any real estate agent would know that there's a secret room full of black mold of all things? Again, I don't know what happened to it. They got their money back, but that's a secret room that nobody really wants.
But there's so much room up here.
I was gonna say, right here.
So we can put it, we can cut the hole here. It'd be like a very thin ladder
And climb into the room.
and climb into this room.
But what if you want to build a secret room like I do in my own house? Well, it could be a little bit easier than you think. There's actually a company and they have all sorts of different kinds of ways that you can build your own secret rooms. Of course, the bookcase with the door and other cool gadgets like pulling open the statue and pushing the button and it slides open, like something you'd see in Batman years ago.
The bat pulse.
Adam West, still the best Batman.
Are we gonna get air conditioning and electricity up there?
But yeah, but you could make it like that whole little area here where it's all like almost A-framed out already.
Because if it's as hot as it is in here right now, I can't go up in there.
But not all crawl spaces are necessarily the funnest places in the whole entire world. There's a guy named Daniel LaPlante. You may or may have not heard of him before, but he was about 17 years old and took a girl out on a date. And when he took her out on the date, she had mentioned that her mother had passed away. He was obsessed with the fact that this woman had passed away and kept asking her all sorts of questions about her mother's death. Of course, this freaked the girl out and she wanted to go home. So he takes her home. After that, the girls decided to play with a Ouija board. And as they're playing with the Ouija board, they start hearing knocking in the wall. And they thought that they had stirred up some kind of demons. Well, come to find out, fast forward a little bit, they get so freaked out, they run over to a neighbor's house and the neighbor calls the father. And the father comes home and is thinking the girls are absolutely insane. But when he starts really doing a little bit of investigating, sure enough, he finds Daniel LaPlante in the crawl spaces, knocking on the walls while the girls were alone, wearing her dead mother's clothes. I guess she even had the makeup on too. Ew. So make sure you find all the hidden areas in your house, especially if it's an older home, because you never know who's knocking on your doors. By the way, he's in jail. He's gotten in lots of trouble. You can look him up. He's tried to like get out of prison a few times, but it hasn't been successful, thank God.
I mean, is it gonna be like cleaning the garage or you're gonna actually do it?
No, I think this would be more fun, only if I can get help.
Maybe this will be a wintertime hideout.
Yeah, but when you have friends over in the summer, wait, I don't really have those. Never mind.
If you haven't heard, Thomas Jefferson had a secret room in his plantation home, the Monticello. And this room hadn't been discovered for over 200 years. The location of it is what's really mind-blowing because they had remodeled these bathrooms twice and they still didn't find this secret location of this room. When it was time to go ahead and remodel the bathrooms, the men's bathroom, matter of fact, one more time, the archaeologists said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and search for this secret room. Sure enough, there it was. Well, the rumors are that this room was used to hide a secret love affair that he was having with one of his slaves and that he had fathered many children and they were kept there. I hope this isn't the case because that just sounds like a miserable life. Now, this is my favorite secret hidden room story that I've come across. There was this man that was about to have a baby and he made the decision that he was going to make a treasure hunt of a lifetime. Before his baby was even born, he decided that he was going to make a secret room and create a treasure chest. 7 years in the making. And 7 years go by and he has his daughter find the treasure map. And she has to follow the map. And when she does, there is a hollow sound behind a wall. So the dad breaks down the wall for her and she's able to open it up and they find a little treasure box. And it was full of all these little trinkets. Talk about dedication for that little girl to be able to read the map in order for her to open it up. That would have been so exciting. And planning ahead, wow, that was amazing. I hope that she has been able to enjoy that secret room for many, many years. Love it. Great idea.
We should document this and then I'll do a whole series about secret rooms and then we'll document our secret room that we're going to be making because I have it on camera now. He said he was going to make it. I think we're done.
So do you guys think that I should go ahead with that secret room that we were thinking about putting in the attic? Let me know in the comment section. If you have a super secret space in your house, I want to know. Let me know in the comment section. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see some more from me, make sure you click right here. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because you matter.